In 1843, the ship behind me, which had been built in this very dock, commenced her service as a luxury passenger liner on the transatlantic run.
The brainchild of one of the Victorian era's preeminent engineers, Isambard Kingdom Brunel, SS Great Britain was truly revolutionary in her design, being the first passenger liner to be both iron-hulled and propeller-driven. She remained in service as a passenger liner, troop ship in the Crimean War, immigrant vessel and supply ship for the next 90 years, until she was scuttled in shallow water off the Falkland Islands in 1937. There she remained, a rusting hulk, until in 1970 she was rescued, returned to her home dock, itself derelict, and completely restored to her original condition by the SS Great Britain Trust. This massive and very costly undertaking was initially financed with a mixture of public and private money. However, the Trust knew that visitor ticket sales alone would be insufficient to finance the ship's conservation. The Trust also had ambitions beyond the restoration of the SS Great Britain, with the aim of not only enhancing the visitor experience, but of making the project financially self-sustaining. These plans included the relaunching of the ship upon a floating sea of glass, which would serve not only to protect her for future generations, but also to create the wow factor to drive significant increases in visitor numbers and dwell time. This was achieved in 2005. The next challenge was to recreate an authentic Victorian dockyard landscape around the SS Great Britain, such that Brunel would have recognised, and to create the Brunel Institute, to house the National Brunel Collection within an education, library and collections centre. This hugely ambitious project, which was completed in 2010, was financed through the redevelopment on part of the dockyard site, in partnership with a commercial property developer, of 144 new flats above the Brunel Institute, the capital gain from which not only financed the development of the Brunel Institute itself, but allowed the creation of a significant endowment fund for the Trust. The Trust was not, however, content to rest there, and set about the planning and preparation of the Being Brunel Museum, an innovative, interactive and fun museum that tells the story of Brunel's extraordinary life. This major new facility opened in 2018.
As a result of the SS Great Britain Trust being willing to think outside of the box, it has taken a crumbling historical artefact and a derelict site and turned it into a major asset.
This has allowed for the sustainable conservation of one of the world's most historically important ships, the opening of the Brunel Institute and the Being Brunel Museum, the creation of a Victorian dockside landscape, the establishment of the multi-million-pound Endowment Fund, and freedom from the reliance on ticket sales. SS Great Britain is today not only the beneficiary of its trustees' innovative commercial thinking, but it is also the multi-award-winning #1 visitor attraction in Bristol, with visitor numbers growing steadily and sustainably year on year, and with exciting plans for the future.